All right, welcome everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to be with you today. If you're tuning into this explainer, it means you are officially gearing up for day 2 of your iReady Math Diagnostic. For the next few minutes, I want you to just think of me as your personal coach. We're going to walk through exactly how to get your mindset right, manage your energy, and absolutely crush this test. You know, you've already put in the hard work to get here, and now it's time to bring it all home.
Because today is day 2, which means today is finish day. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. And finish day has a completely different energy to it, doesn't it? It requires a totally different mindset to get the job done right.
Okay, let's dive into this. Yesterday, you started. And hey, that takes effort, for sure. But starting is really just the very beginning of the race. Today is where the real work happens. Because today, your habits show up. The way you sit, the way you think, the way you push through when you really don't feel like it, that is all on display right now. The habits you've been building all year long are going to be your absolute best tools today. Now, think about those goal cards you have. You've got your fall score, your winter score, and your spring goal. I want you to remember something absolutely crucial. Those numbers, they're just information. They are simply data points charting your journey. They are not a judgment of who you are or how smart you are. No way. They're just a map showing exactly where you've been and where you're headed next.
But honestly, the most important part of your goal card isn't even the scores. It's that section at the very bottom. It's the plan. Take your time, show your work, check your answer, compare close answers, and use active strategies like find it in the text or the problem rather than just trying to think it from memory. This step-by-step plan is the actual, literal mechanism that changes your score. Because those numbers at the top, they don't move an inch unless you consistently execute these actions at the bottom.
Now let's be totally real about what is going to happen today. You're taking a long test. And at some point, test fatigue is absolutely going to set in. Your brain is working so hard, and eventually it's going to start throwing some intrusive thoughts at you. The first one usually sounds a little something like this. Just click it. You'll look at a tough problem, and a little voice will whisper, just guess. Just click something and let's move on. Or maybe you hit a wall, and your brain starts trying to negotiate with you. It'll say, hey, you're almost done. It doesn't really matter how much effort you put into these last few questions. Let's just wrap this whole shebang up. And man, it is incredibly tempting to listen to that voice when you are feeling tired. Then, the impatience kicks in. You'll be staring down a complex math problem with multiple steps, and your mind will just complain, this is taking way too long. I want you to know right now that feeling impatient isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a totally shared struggle. Every single person taking a long exam feels that exact same heavy weight of time. And finally, you might hit this thought, the ultimate expression of mental exhaustion. I don't feel like doing this anymore. If you hear that thought loud and clear in your head today, I do not want you to panic. And I definitely don't want you to feel guilty. Because what we are going to talk about next changes everything about how you handle that exact moment. Here is the absolute truth. That feeling is completely normal. Your brain is a biological machine. In fact, to put it into perspective, even though your brain is small, it uses a massive 20% of your body's energy. So when you ask it to do hard math for a long time, it naturally wants to conserve that energy and just quit. That is exactly why you have to actively look for clues, what we call find it, instead of just relying on pure mental energy to think it out of thin air. Having the urge to quit doesn't mean you lack focus. It literally just means you have a perfectly normal human brain.
So the crucial point is how we actually define what happens next. Focus and self-control do not mean you never have the urge to quit. No, focus and self-control mean this. You notice that thought popping into your head, and you consciously choose a better move. You don't let the fatigue drive the car. You reach over, and you take the steering wheel back.
So today, when that urge hits, and it will, you do not speed up. You do not just click. Instead, you execute a physical reset. I want you to literally slow down right now as we talk through this. First, keep your feet perfectly still. Ground them to the floor. Second, lock your eyes forward on your screen. Don't let them wander around the room. Third, keep your hands calm. You reset your physical body to send a clear signal to your brain that, hey, you are back in control. All right, once your body is calm and you've hit that physical reset, you dive right into your mental playbook. Step 1, read the whole problem. Not just the first half, the whole thing. Step 2, write something down. Get that math out of your head and onto your scratch paper. Step 3, think through it carefully. And step 4, always check your work before you ever let your finger click that mouse. And this brilliantly illustrates why pushing through is so entirely worth it. The last part of the test is exactly where most students lose focus. They just fade out. But if you rely on your tools, actively scanning to find it, instead of just guessing or trying to think it, you separate yourself from the pack. Because while others are giving up, this becomes your biggest opportunity. That is where real, tangible academic leaps happen.
Listen, hard questions are not a roadblock. I want you to completely rewrite how you view a difficult math problem. It is a gym for your mind. That exact moment of struggle, that is where your brain actually gets stronger. You are literally building mental muscle every single time you refuse to give up on a tough question.
So today, your goal is not just to finish. Anyone can rush through and finish. Your goal today is to finish with control. Follow your plan. Take your time. Show your work on that scratch paper. Always find it rather than just thinking it. And check your answer every single time. That right there is what a controlled, powerful finish looks like.
I want to leave you with this final important thought as you head into day 2. Anybody can start focused. Starting is the easy part, but strong learners, they finish focused. So ask yourself right now, will you finish focused? Make your next move a great one. Good luck out there today. You've got this.